Hey everyone, this is Don Johnson with How Results Copywriting. In this video, we'll be covering why old school selling has already almost died. And there's different forms of old school selling, sort of associated with the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. This tends to be associated with the ultra-aggressive form of selling in person, where somebody comes up to you and sort of sells something to your face. And the online version of this is to sort of have kind of overwhelming graphics on your page, or some like really kind of not really annoying but like discomforting and aggressive video on your sales page, that or anything, any elements popping out, sort of graphics or things on your sales page that kind of take away from the experience because you don't know where to go with your stuff, and it's just either discomforting, kind of not anything that anybody wants to be part of. And like the in-person selling, you have to sort of almost wonder what like the purpose of being so aggressive is for. It turns you off, and it's not they're selling you directly to your face basically in both instances, either online or in person. And we just have to understand the fact that, never mind the fact that nobody wants to be sold this way, where we're just like being spoken to our faces, and they're not really like talking to us as if we're humans. They're talking to us as if we're a prospect, and only for our money aspect, only for our money value, and that can't be the case. And we just need to move on and evolve and know that selling process is not, it can't continue. It's not effective as people think, and it can't continue into the future. And us, the business people that want to be more successful, sort of ethical and effective, the selling process is best when you're just open and clear, presenting your products and services in a way that is honest, and again, just very clear, because often in those sales pitches you almost forget what the product is or what they're talking about, and you kind of get lost in what they're saying whatever the online sales pitch is, because there's so much information kind of thrown at you, and you just need a gradual process that brings the prospect, your person, your audience, through like a very simple but effective and persuasive sort of series of steps that gets them to either understand that the product is for them or isn't. And a lot of people don't buy your product, but the people that do become your customer base, and probably long-term customers, based upon your product quality and how you sold to them or how they were persuaded to buy. And this has to be done in like the persuasion process happens in a very creative and reflective way. So your customers have to sort of pause and realize they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about how the product might affect their life, and it's a very deep process that you take them out of the selling process, and they're in this reflective zone of, they're thinking about however the product might benefit their life, and that's when they're just buyers. That's when they're your audience. That's when they're your people, and that's what effective selling does. And old school methods sort of just have them focus on the dollar value. Oh, I can't afford it, or that's not really what I want, and it's very not even ineffective. It's indirectly not efficient. It's very, even describing it doesn't sound right. It's not as efficient as people think, because they have to talk to about 100 people to get like maybe a handful of maybes, and those people often will refund, or it's not a happy customer, or whatever else happens. And we just have to use creative copywriting that's honest and kind of blunt but clear, kind of creatively clear. And that's what gets the sales and is actually effective in getting prospects turned into customers. And that's all that really effective selling, not really modern, but like, I call it effective selling because I've seen it in the past and present, but a lot of people weren't doing that. So if you'd like to have a sales page created for you for either your products or services, or have any questions about the sales process or copywriting in general, how that could benefit your business, your life in general, or like what that means, what the sales process means for you, and how I can like help you clear up any confusions, or if you have any other inquiry or question about your sales process, just like reach out and we'll talk, because I like educating my people, having them understand the sales process. Their businesses is deeper, and this is just kind of the fun part of my business, where I just help my customers become better people, better businesses, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that, because it's old school selling just works in its own kind of way, and they're forcing it to work, but making sales from good, honest salesmanship is definitely the best way to do it. But this has been Don Johnson with How Results Copywriting, and if you want to reach out or talk, please check out the links below. Thank you.